Hey everyone, how are you doing? Is your area getting soaked like we are? I think it's really good because we sure need it. Which reminds me of these two flowers I have. I should do a vlog on them. When I started talking about the rain and it's soaking the ground, which is good, it reminded me of these two flowers. So you shall hear about that soon. But anyhow, yes, we're getting, it seems like one day rain, the next day not, one day rain, the next day not. It's supposed to be pretty chilly today. I don't even know if it's going to get out of the 50s. I love that weather. I know most of you are probably saying, what? But I do. Well, I have to because of my heat intolerance, so I enjoy it. But anyhow, I was wondering if any of you watched the show Wheel of Fortune. They were talking about it on the news, how Pat Sajak, the host, will be retiring. I try not to listen to news, so I didn't exactly hear. So I don't know if it's the end of the season, if it's this season or this season ends in the next season. But either way, he has, I believe they said, don't quote me, I believe they said he's been doing that for 40 years and that he is 67 years old. So it's a long time to be on a job. It's good. I'm sure he makes good money. So that would make him 27 when he started. And it started me thinking right away when I heard about that. I was thinking about one of my labors. I used to love watching Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy. I believe that's the order it comes in on TV back when, we had TV. I think, did we only have like 5 channels back then before cable, or maybe we just didn't get cable? I don't know. That's not here or there. But anyhow, it started me thinking that I just looked forward to that show. And actually with 2 of my pregnancies I looked forward to that show. I remember one was I was pregnant with one of my sons, and there goes my voice again. Sorry. And I just really look forward to it because I knew after they were done, it was time to go to sleep because that was a very, very hard pregnancy. I had one complication after another. It actually was in my first marriage, and my first husband, I don't know how to put it. Basically, our marriage ended when I was 4.5 months pregnant with that child. So I was left a single mom with several children and pregnant. So you can just imagine how hard it was. And especially having a pregnancy where I was in the hospital a lot, in and out. The baby was failure to thrive. They didn't know why, but they thought it came from, I had this horrible pain sort of in the area where your gallbladder is. And oh my gosh, the pain was unbelievable. And I didn't want to take anything. I mean, I didn't even take Tylenol when I wasn't pregnant, when I had a headache. I just believed you just get through it and then it will go away eventually. And that came from my mom because she never liked to take pills, medicine. So he offered me some medicine. I didn't want to take it, and I would suffer and suffer. And every Friday, my kids would go to a bowling league. They belonged to a bowling league. So I had to bring them there, and their dad used to bring them all the time because he enjoyed sports. He wasn't much for when the kids were babies because, really the mom, well, in our house, I took care of the kids. He couldn't feed them, only I could. And, but once they got bigger, he was definitely all about sports. So that was something that, we would go, but he was the one running from one league to the other. Not league, what's it called? You're on a league and you're on a team, from one team to another, because there are different age groups. So I would have to bring them now. And this pain was, 24/7. I think I was somewhat able to sleep, but the farther I got into the pregnancy, the harder it was, and the pain was terrible. And then they offered me to go to a pain clinic, and I think there was some kind of, I don't even remember what it's called. What was it? A TENS unit, I think was called. And they said I could use that. I don't remember exactly how it was. I think it was a little kind of, almost the size of a cell phone, a little smaller. Well, there's different cell phones, but maybe the cheaper, smaller size cell phones, smartphones. And then had wires attached, so you would attach the wires with electrodes on that area where it hurt, and it would just give pain relief. I didn't want to do that either. Anything, I just wasn't sure. There were no people signed up for doing tests to see if that would harm your unborn child. So well, you'll hear if you go on through my stories, or you hear other stories. I did suffer a lot, and again, it was because of my upbringing. My mom just was a lot into the natural remedies. So she had made some kind of, I don't remember, some kind of tea, and put a washcloth in it, and that I would put on there in that area. And then the doctor said I could put like a hot water bottle. So I had that, and that gives me bad memories. I'll share that with you one day. So anyhow, I remember my dad. He was an avid bowler. He belonged to several leagues, and he was a good bowler, and he put on bowling tournaments. So anyhow, he would go a lot there, and he really, and my first husband, him and my first husband got along really, really well. So he would come a lot to the bowling alley when the kids bowled, and then he would continue to come when I had to bring them. So he was there, and I had this hot water bottle, and of course I had like a kitchen towel between the hot water bottle and me. And I remember my mom was there one time. It's very rare that she came. Well, she came toward the end, if she did, because she loved her job, and if she got any overtime, that was number one. But sometimes she got to go, and I remember she was there, and my father was there, and he was saying to her, "Why doesn't she put the hot water bottle right there? Why does she put a towel on it?" He says, "I have a pain too, and I just put the hot water there, like, he's a man and he can take it." And he says, "Because you don't have a baby in there, she does." I'll never forget that. I don't know why that sticks in my head. But anyhow, you may say, what's that got to do with the Wheel of Fortune? So as I was saying, the busy day with the kids, all the kids, and being pregnant, and just an awful pregnancy, problems, and the pain made it so I was nauseated. I don't know if you've lived with chronic pain. It causes nausea, and eating was so hard. And then I had got a few infections then, so I take antibiotics. And when you take antibiotics, you got to eat. And I wasn't eating much. I ate as much as I could, but not enough for an antibiotic. And I could tell more about that too in another time. But anyhow, like I said, I would look forward to that because my kids would be in bed by 7 o'clock. And they, for school. And then I would sit down in my recliner in the living room, and I couldn't wait to watch Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy. And sometimes I even watched it. I went to my room, if I was really tired. But I really wanted to watch it in the living room. I didn't want to be, when the kids were in school, I was in bed a lot with this pain. So I wanted to, enjoy it like in a nicer setting. Not that, here I am in bed again. So that reminds me of that pregnancy because I just couldn't wait to go to sleep. I knew at 8 o'clock, everything was done. I don't like to leave sinks in the dishes. Yes, dishes in the sink. So everything was done. I had all that done. Everything was in order. The kids' lunches were already packed and homework was checked. And I believe at that time they all went to Catholic school, so it was uniforms. It wasn't the morning rush. If you've been a mom and you know how the morning rush with clothes are, but they had uniforms, which was a godsend. So anyhow, that was real important in my life because I knew once the show came on, either I was going to sit comfortably in the recliner, I was going to be in bed and then go to sleep. And it also had to do with another pregnancy, which I'll tell you about, which was a little bit more exciting at the end about having to do with that game show. But let me know, do you watch Wheel of Fortune or Jeopardy, or do you watch any game shows? I don't even know, since we don't have cable anymore. I don't even know. Well, I think they're still on. I think we do have that on a channel. We have an antenna that has to be stuck to the window a certain way. I don't know. I just always hope it just stays where it's supposed to, but we don't have many channels. But are there any game shows you like to watch or you used to watch? You know, it would be fun to share, to see if there's any, you know, like stir up memories from back in the day. I will think too what other game shows I like to watch. I know there was a long running one, and I believe it also was the same host. So let me know. I'd be curious to know. And tell me if you'd like to share a story of your a pregnancy, or you know, something that had to do with maybe not a game show, just something unusual. So don't forget to subscribe, like, hit the notification bell. If you're not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Come help us grow our channel. Press the subscribe button, it's free. Press the like button, it's free. Comment is free. If you press the like button every time you watch my videos, and if you comment or just say hi in the comments, it brings our videos up higher for them to be seen by more people, and then we can grow our channel. This has been something that my son and I have, as of, I don't know, the last year, have been really trying hard to grow. So you can help us, and it costs nothing. It's free. It's like paying it forward, so to say, or doing a good deed. And my son's so excited and always asks every day, how close are we to 1100? So help us by subscribing and share our channel. Don't forget to be kind to people. You don't know what they're going through. We do have a GoFundMe for my son. If you can help, it would greatly be appreciated. He is quite sick, as you know, who's been around. He was in the hospital, well, 2 times in 3 months ago. Once just in and out, a whole almost 24 hours in emergency for his heart, and another time over 2 weeks for his stomach, which we still have no diagnosis. But it would really help with our plans too. We probably have to take him out of town to find a doctor because we don't have specialists in this area, and the few we have are not taking new patients. But also he needs other supplies that the insurance won't cover. So if you can help, or if you can share it, if you belong to any groups, if you can share it, we would really appreciate it. But otherwise, you'll be the reason someone smiles today. And if you'd like to share a story or game shows you watched on TV, I'd just be interested to know. Maybe there would be ones that I watch. So for now, thanks for watching. Don't forget to watch my shorts. I've been doing short videos. They're a lot of fun and I enjoy watching them. So for now, thanks for stopping by. See you again.